Hello and welcome to another Chit Chat and Charcha. As the title says, today we are talking about religion. Cue all the oohs and ahs. No, it's not controversial. I am in conversation with Tabitha Mystica D'Souza. Yes, Mystica is her actual middle name. I think it's quite cool. She's one of my closest friends from college and also has some interesting beliefs and viewpoints on religion. The reason I wanted to do this podcast especially is because I just have no clue about what kind of belief and faith it takes to actually believe in a higher power, because I have never had to think about it like that. I believe purely in science and logic. It's kind of interesting to see a different perspective. Therefore, here you are with a Chit Chat and Charcha. I hope you enjoy it. You want to say hi to the podcast because it's rolling?
Hi to the 3 people who are listening to this.
Out of which, what is English? Out of which one will be you, correct?
Yes.
तो आज हम धर्म के बारे में बात करेंगे स्पष्ट हिंदी में
जिन्हें Why are you speaking his name? Don't speak his name. Just keep me out.
Okay, ठीक है चलो then. What do you remember as the first instance of you being introduced to religion?
As a child, I would remember dressing up every Sunday and going to church. And I think that was my first introduction to religion. I didn't start as religion. I thought everyone did the same thing because I lived in a heavily Catholic populated area. So I didn't think of it as something else. For me, it was very in my routine. And I think as I was growing older, my mom would start teaching me about stuff and then tell me about the things that would be said during church and mass and things I should and should not do. And I think that's when I started understanding what it was.
Did your mom tell you the stories first, or did she first tell you about the principles and that you should follow? Or
it started off as storytelling for sure, because there's no other way you can explain to a child and I for one used to ask a lot of questions. I was an inquisitive brat. Mom, why are they doing that? What are they saying? Why are they saying that? Why are they wearing this color? Why is it purple on Good Friday? And my mom would be like, okay. I'm like, why is it not Bad Friday? He died. Why is it called Good Friday? And the basics. So it started off as storytelling. I had a poster telling things. And I remember I had this children's Bible, which was an illustrated storybook. So for me, it started off with storytelling. And I think the whole principle aspect came much later. It came after I was, 8 years old. Because that's when you receive a sacrament and everything. So you need to know of what is right, what is wrong, what you should and should not be doing. You also have this thing called Sunday school, because I'm Roman Catholic, just to clarify that. I don't think I said that. Yeah, there's this concept called Sunday school where you go every Sunday before Mass and they tell you about different stories from the Bible, educate you about the scriptures, which is really, really tough to understand.
Is there a difference between, practicing a religion versus believing in the right word would not be dogma, but the dogma of the religion?
No, I personally don't feel that is a difference, because if you have a set, let's say, list of principles that you gathered from the religion that you follow, then if you really believe them, then you will automatically practice them. If you believe that at the end of the day, it's good deeds that matter, and if, let's say, you believe in a concept of heaven and hell, and you feel I'm going to go to heaven if I do good deeds, and I'm going to be a better person if I do good deeds, and this is something that you believe in, then you will automatically practice it. My father tells me today that it's nice to start the day with praise and worship. I think it keeps him centered at least, and he has that belief, and some part of your stress also goes in that. So it becomes a form of meditation. I think the rituals I follow, at least, are tools that help facilitate my wish or my cause. For example, if I want to pray for my grades, something as simple as that. I don't do. Okay? I don't pray for my grades.
I'm sure.
In case you're wondering, it just happens because I'm doing it. Just kidding. So I would, take holy oil and bless myself, or at least that's something I used to do a lot in school. Like before my exams, my mom, so I had this thing where my mom has a small bottle of holy oil that's come, one of the holy, I don't remember where. And then she would make a tiny cross on my forehead saying, I hope that, and she'd pray saying that I hope that your paper goes well. After a point, it became that I was giving my entrance exam for college and I could not go without that. I was like, no, what? And she's like, the oil's getting low. I'm like, get more oil. What is this? So, yeah, I think over there it became problematic for me.
That religion and religious practices are kind of declining with our generation.
Yeah, that's
That we
quite
don't
true.
believe as much. I mean, I though definitely don't, but mine is genetic, I have a feeling. So, how do you try and maintain it in your life, considering the fact that no one around you does it?
I think it's for example, you consider yourself to be an atheist, right? Like you don't believe in religion.
Yeah.
But do you think that it comes from the way you were brought up?
Yeah, of
To
course.
see-
I've never seen anyone
And-
believe in a higher power, so I don't as a result.
And like compared to that, I have my parents are very religious. So for me, it just like I said, it just becomes a part of me because I've been brought up that way. So for me to do something very different and to say that I disregard that whole thing is it would be hard for me, and it's because the way I look at it is how do I feel when I pray? Like when I pray, I feel happier, I feel lighter, I feel like for a certain amount of time I'm not thinking about things that don't matter. Like it keeps me centered, like my father said, it keeps me centered for those 1 hour, 1.5 hours that I'm praying. Like everyone has their form. Like I'm sure, like if you don't pray, there's something else that you do to keep yourself centered. Like I believe in a concept of live and let live.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Same.
not forcing you to come and pray with me.
Yeah.
So I don't expect you to ask me not to pray. Like, how is it bothering you? So I've never been made fun of, but I've gotten a lot of questions. Like my mother always says that you would set time out to talk to a friend, right? No matter how busy you are. So can't you set that 1 hour in your 7 days to talk to Jesus and just tell him how you're doing? And I think that's beautiful. I think that's nice.
That's a nice way of putting
So
it.
I don't care what people say.
I have never been able to believe in something larger than me in that sense, because I've never grown up seeing it. I obviously don't have an issue with anyone. Anyone and everyone should practice whatever they feel like practicing in the way that they feel like practicing, as long as it's not pushed down anyone else's throat. I mean, I think that's when problems arise. And
Exactly.
and I think that's the main reason for violence and intolerance to grow, when people are like, no, mine is best actually, but actually yours is not best, it's only different.
Yeah, I just feel like it's one way of looking at it. Like if you believe in religion and you believe that there is a higher power, I just think that makes them answerable to someone other than themselves. And that fear, in a good way, makes them think about their actions.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Actually.
So that's how I think of it. Like, if you weren't scared of anything, you would be running around creating havoc. But the fear of, let's say, oh my God, I'm going to die in hell. So let's not be bad people and let's do good. Is not a bad way to look at it. But then to use that as an excuse to force your religion on other people or your beliefs, whether it's against religion also, is not right. See, once anything is used as an excuse for personal agenda, I think that's where we all go wrong. If we can understand that not everyone's life and everyone is different, then it doesn't matter what you believe in.
Yeah.
You automatically become more accommodating as a human being.
So therefore, does the religious violence and intolerance strengthen the principles that you've been taught about doing good and doing a good deed, being good to people, and things like that? Does it
Yeah.
strengthen them, strengthen your belief in them, or does it somewhere weaken it because you're seeing people using it for purposes that wasn't the main purpose, I guess, to begin with?
See, when I look at stuff like this, first off, I'm scared. I'm scared for what we are becoming as human beings. I'm scared for, how the world is shaping out to be. But that does not make, like, it, I mean, everyone questions their belief at some point. Like, oh, if he was really out there, why would he let this happen? At that point, like, for example, if I speak to my parents about that, my mother will say, pray for them, pray for their souls, pray that they understand that what they're doing is wrong. Because at this point, logically speaking, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I can't do anything to change their mindset. But I can pray that they do. And if I am a good person, if I can influence just one person who's doing something good,
Yeah.
then I think that's making a change somewhere. It does not weaken my belief in my faith, but it does make me, does shake in my belief in us as people.
My God, finally.
Finally coming to an end.
Coming to an end, what, my dearest Tabitha, does religion give you in your life that you hold on to it?
It gives me peace. It gives me comfort. There is a sense of familiarity that I keep going back to because it reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my family because it used to be my brother, my sister, me and my parents going to church on Sunday, whereas everyone's all over the world now. So every time I go, I remember myself as a child. It gives me strength, and in some weird way, it gives me hope.
I said do my outro.
You have an outro. Can I say subscribe and everything?
Yeah, that is my outro. I don't have any other outro.
The friends of the... Sorry, I'm going to start again. People of the world interacting with this podcast who have maybe skipped to the end to see when it ends. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment peace to this video and subscribe to her channel. Eshna makes decent content, which is not bad to watch if you're in the mood to see something funny. And she has vlogs which I featured in case you wanted to put a face to this voice, which I don't think you were. But I feature in her vlogs as well, so please go see that. And when she gets really famous, I'm going to make money.
Why are you making money?
In her vlog. No, because I'm going to be so funny. You're going to want me in your vlog, and I'm going to charge you. And that's how I get famous.
Right, so I hope you like this podcast. If you would like, please do comment below what your thoughts are on any of the questions that I've asked or any thoughts that you have had before or after this podcast about religion. I would love to know, discuss and think about it. Also, if anyone wants to for free make a little jingle for me for Chit Chat and Charcha, you are most welcome to just DM me on Instagram, I guess. My Instagram is down below. Like Tabby said, like, share and subscribe, comment, and I will see you next Sunday with a new video or podcast or something at least. Alright, thank you, love you, bye.